Phoenix with the PHP token is on a nice rally. Let's have a look at what's driving this. Are there new products being developed? Is there a lot of demand by retail? Are the whales potentially manipulating? Let's look deeply into the data most people are not considering. So currently we are at $2.49. We're up 12% today. This week we are up 57%, and this year we have almost 4x'd. But things haven't always been that rosy for the PHP token. Look at this. Initially there was quite a dump. We got a few pump and dumps in between. This was no consistent rally. And there is actually a reason for that choppy price action. That reason is circulating supply. So over time we've seen more and more PHP token hitting the market. Early investors got some tokens. The team got some tokens. There was also inflation through staking. And so let's look at that data in more detail. Over here, we've got the number of circulating Phoenix tokens over time. The chart starts in November of 2021. Then we got an unlock, another unlock. Now we see that a lot of the supply gets issued through the staking program. So here's that staking program. Depending on how many tokens you lock up, you get up to 21% APY. Now you can already tell from the beginning of this video that I'm not going to bore you with the marketing jazz on the website. The main thing to take away here is that Phoenix tries to sell the idea of decentralized AI and decentralized computing power. Let's have a look at how much more inflation we can expect. Here's the answer on CoinMarketCap. Currently 77% of all of PHP tokens are circulating. So there isn't too much additional supply anymore. Now, in order to predict the price, we need to know both supply and demand. We've already looked at supply to a degree. Let's have a look at demand. Are there potentially new developments happening that could create new excitement, could create more demand for the PHP token? To estimate this, let's have a look at the GitHub repository. So this is the place where programmers submit their code changes, where we can see how much work is currently been done. And unfortunately, there isn't too much. There was an update on the 9th of April. Here another update on the 27th of February. But just look at this, right? All of those repositories are pretty much inactive. Now, I always look at relative performance. When we get into an altcoin, instead of buying, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum, when we buy an altcoin, we want to get outperformance, right? Why else take on all that risk? More risk has to be compensated with more performance. Thus, instead of looking at the US dollar chart, let's look at the chart relative to Ethereum for Phoenix. So in tradingview.com, we enter PHP USDT /ETH USDT. So this shows us now how PHP relative to Ethereum performed over time. And yes, unfortunately, the initial token inflation very much depressed the price. The underperformance versus Ethereum was almost 70%. But here's the good news. Long term, we did see outperformance despite the token inflation. Now, there's two ways to interpret this chart. One way would be that we have long-term outperformance versus Ethereum. The other would be that maybe we are trading somewhat in a range. And sometimes we are high, sometimes we are low. This would indicate that now we are reaching the highs again. Let's see who's currently buying and selling. So here is BSC scan. This shows the token page. There are 6,205 holders of the token on chain, but this number counts all holders. Even if you only hold 1 cent worth of the token, you are counted here. So what I think is more important to look at is how many people are there with some kind of significant money. How many people have there at least $1,000 worth of the token, or maybe $10,000 worth of the token, or maybe $100,000 worth of the token. What is retail, medium-sized retail, and the whales doing? The answer is in the charts behind me. This is from a tool that you can get access to in the premium membership. The link is down below, thebitcoinstrader.com. You can plug in any token into this tool, any token on the Binance Smart Chain, any token on Ethereum, etc. And on the left side, we see the number of holders that have at least 400 PHP tokens. So at the current price, that's roughly $1,000. And this is growing quite nicely over time. In the middle chart, we see the number of holders that have at least $10,000 worth of the token. On the right side, we see the number of whales. That's a minimum of $100,000 worth of the token. So there's accumulation everywhere. And that in theory should imply that the price should also long-term go up, right? These charts start in January of 2022. But again, over the very long term, the price did not just go up. And that is due to token inflation, as we've already discussed. Now let's have a look at just the last month, where the price went up by 11%. Here are the same holder charts. The number of retail investors also grew by 11% roughly, a bit less maybe. The number of medium-sized retail grew by maybe 6%. And for the massive whales, there's simply just some random volatility. we lost one whale over the last month. So it appears that on-chain, a lot of the price movements happen due to retail accumulating, retail buying into the AI hype. Now let's have a look at the largest holders. Let's zoom in a little bit. What we've got over here is the holder pie chart. And we see that Binance holds a lot of the supply, 32%. There's another Binance wallet over here, 24%, and another one over here, 1.3%. There's also another unlabeled wallet. But when we scroll down here, we see that unlabeled wallet is a contract wallet. Here's the balance development of that contract wallet over time. I've got a feeling, I haven't looked into this into more detail, I've got the feeling that this is a staking contract. So sometimes people stake, sometimes people unstake. And so that would imply that roughly a third of the tokens are actually staked. Now let's have a look at what Binance is doing with the token. Let's also have a look at what Maxi is doing with the token. Is Binance accumulating? Is Binance selling off? What are they doing? Here is the first Binance wallet. It goes up and down and up and down. No real buying, no real selling. Here's the second Binance wallet. In aggregate, rather bought. And here is the third Binance wallet, which seems to have most transactions. That's probably the customer funds. Those other two wallets are probably for market making. Here's the Maxi wallet accumulating over time. And so this is then how that reflects on the trading volume. The vast majority of trading volume happens on Binance. The issue is that a lot of trading volume happens also on the perpetual futures, also on Binance. That's not good. What this means is that Binance can manipulate the price, right? It can push the price up or down, but at the same time, Binance also offers bets on the price. So enough people bet on rising prices on the perpetual futures market, Binance can potentially crash the price and vice versa. So if you're getting into Phoenix, be aware that you're playing directly against a centralized exchange, directly against a very, very strong player. I do believe that the game with the PHB token is somewhat rigged. I do believe that you would be betting on the sports game while the sports betting house has also bought the referee. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. Feel free to check out Premium down below, thebitcoinstrader.com, to get access to this tool together with a lot of tutorial videos, etc. There's a ton of value available in Premium. If you've got Telegram, feel free to check that out. It's completely free. Link is as well down below.